bitches. Or I can do a custom portrait. How cool would that be? The saddest part about all of this is that there's not a single ginger. Sir Covington.
Macro cannons! Vol
I did far.
The Emperor gave me a vision. Fire at will! Let chaos paint the stars red.
Time to reap the spoils of the battle.
Look upon the
A new challenge for me.
Empyrean. Take this sacrifice.
Engage the engines. I'll make it happen.
Alright. I'm not talking much. Hope everyone's well, by the way. We're gonna be playing Rogue Trader. Yeah. Even the environment itself take aggressive and destructive forms inimical to human life, while exceptionally difficult to colonize. Many death worlds possess valuable resources that require an outpost to other human presence. Is immersed in warfare that constantly train. Guess we'll do Rego World. We could do Death World. Oh, I see. It's different. Voidborn. Astra Militarum. Good Noble. Arbitrator. Means agility, intelligence, willpower. Oh, I see. We want to be a talkie person. Astra Militarum Commander, commonly known as the Imperial Guard, is the primary fighting force of the Imperium and the first line of the defense. Basics, ballistic skills, fellowship, athletics, coercion. He used to be one of the faithful servants of the God Emperor and a living symbol of the Imperial authority regarding the mixed and all by stubborns. Valuable assets to the Imperium. The role of the Adeptus Astra Telepathica is a recruit. Anybody classify. Psyker powers, huh? Morale. Fellowship. The noble, just because of being able to talk. You enter a regiment of the interned during the Geller field failure, yet yourself emerged unscathed. Either way, you're gonna be taking a hit. It looks like, which is fine. I just wanted to see. I just was curious. We can always do noble. When your balls itch. Sword class frigate is a classic void ship design proven in thousands of battles, combining decent firepower, high speed, and respectable survivability. Firestone class frigate. They changed the name. I don't know. There you go. I've never played this game, so we'll see what happens.
An excellent place for contemplation. One has the best view of the cathedral from here. Mesmerizing, wouldn't you say? An impeccable manifestation of the God Emperor's sublimity.
Just excess can be tiring at times.
That is the purpose of all temples to the God Emperor, to inspire awe and reverence. For it is the duty of his servants to persevere in their tireless service until they are presented with the chance to give their very life for the master of humanity. Allow me to introduce myself. Conrad Voigtveer, Master of Whispers, in the employ of Her Ladyship rogue trader Theodora von Valencias. At your service. I haven't had the pleasure of speaking with you in person before. My deepest respects to you, Your Grace.
So
A
dumb.
noble of the Imperium. It's been a long time since Providence last brought such eminent guests aboard this vessel. I will be frank with you. You may forget your past titles, no matter who gave them to you, or what their origins are. From the moment you and the other candidate were brought aboard this voyage ship, your fate changed. You now serve Lord Captain Theodora von Valencias, and carry the burden of an heir of this house. Henceforth, you share your dynastic name with Her Ladyship. Bear it with honor. But of course, I have come to invite you to a meeting with Lady Theodora. I imagine you have many questions for your patroness, and I'm sure she has just as many questions for you. It is regrettable that you haven't yet had an opportunity to speak. It has been an arduous voyage thus far. The Lord Captain and Master Egelthrad von Valencias are conversing on the observation platform. Let us join them there.
How charming.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Others will transfer the character to neighboring locations or launch small event. These icons can become visible when your character is standing close enough to interact with the other.
Keep your wits about you. I always have a backup plan.
One of the Fon Valencia's trophy rooms. Perhaps you would like to take a look around after your audience with the Lord Captain.
What's happening?
Run! The servitors have gone berserk!
To arms!
What? He gets doubles?
Let's make some opportunities. Who if not me?
What suspiciously poor timing for such an accident. Servitors malfunction on the officer's deck at exactly the same moment when the rogue trader and her heirs are gathered here. I have blocked all passages between the upper and lower sectors of the residential decks. If this is a deliberate attack, it should stop the culprits from advancing the... I'm afraid I must remain here. For Lady Theodora's safety, I have to oversee the execution of these orders personally. I hope you will have no difficulty reaching the observation platform on your own. It is just at the end of this corridor.
Is there money to be made? I always keep my options open.
That is simply irrational, Lady Theodora. Assimilation into the trade structure would be political and economic suicide. Practically an admission of heresy.
Then suggest an alternative that will satisfy me. I have described the situation. No worse than my seneschal could have done. Make a decision. What will you do with Ion 6, Edelthrad?
30 years old, is a parchment-like skin stretched over a tightly bundled mass of sinew, implants, and bone. The nervously twitching fingers and face twisted by a slight tic and a jerky movements are all signs of some illness or defect that has taken his physical form. Stark contrast, Elithrad, Theodora, Von Ballot features appear to as if they were carved from marble. Eternal indestructible head rise high, proud posture, hands collapsed casually behind her back. Everything seems to emphasize the difference in status between her and Elithrad. Two of them, there are two of them, the gravely haired officers, impeccable bearing. One who is studying the contents of his dad's slate. The other is a behemoth glistering with holsters, with baldricks containing all manners of weapons.
Our second candidate has joined us. Approach and give me your answer.
Give me a moment. Causing problems.
Consider this hypothetical situation. Ion 6. A new world on the fringes of the Coronis expanse. High seismic activity, regular magma eruptions, metamorphic rock deposits, prospects for large-scale mining. The world is populated by natives who worship some heretical underworld spirits that protect those who offer them sacrifices. Flights of fancy, you might say, but attempts to install ore extractors have failed for the second time. The mining crews sent to the planet's surface simply vanished overnight. My question to you is, what would you do with this poisoned treasure? Reasonable and prudent. However, chasing after ethereal creatures may prove a rather long and fruitless endeavor.
Apart from Xenos, an untrodden planet might be teeming with myriad horrors that are far more dangerous and difficult to eradicate. I suspect that you are simply unaware of their existence. Even among his flock, not all are of a piece. I suggest you familiarize yourself with that fact before you are sorely...
Edelthrad, I believe I gave you an assignment on this ship. Explain to me then why my senior congregator is still dawdling about the officer's deck, instead of proceeding to the middle decks to commence the inspection of the compartments in his purview.
I beg your forgiveness, Lady Theodora. Your presence has such a profound effect on me that I well forgot the time.
So, why are you here? You are direct. I approve. But you will have to wait. There is something I want you to understand first. My name is Theodora von Valancius Massimo of Scaris.
What a name.
I am a rogue trader in the service of the God Emperor of humanity.
It's that guy,
And my rights and
Sigmar.
freedoms are vindicated by a most sacred relic. The warrant of trade, kept aboard this very vessel. Mine is the honor to venture into the darkness, beyond the Imperium, and carry humanity's light where powers wicked and heretical reign, and bow death and ruin to us all. It is my decision alone to determine the fate of whatever I find past the bounds of the explored void. Every world I discover, along with all there is to find thereon, resources, people, riches, and mysteries, is mine by right. I command millions of lives, rule over numerous planets, and possess fortunes that no planetary governor or commander could dream of amassing. And you are one of those with von Valancius blood in their veins and a rightful claim to this inheritance when the hour comes. Naturally, some have yet to arrive on board, but you have had the pleasure of meeting one of them. Edelthrad may be somewhat disconcerted by the scale of the responsibilities that may potentially fall upon his shoulders. However, I have a good feeling about him as a candidate. Bloodright alone is not enough to earn the high honor of becoming the bearer of a warrant of trade. Nonetheless, your abilities and talents may yet prove useful. If not for the role of Lord Captain, then for that of their closest ally. Alas, even those responsibilities can at times be too challenging for those who share your blood. Kunra, impatience. I am rather fond of impatient people. They are not as quick to resign themselves to circumstance and more eager to show initiative. Even if I do choose Edelthrad as my successor, I will still require loyal advisors. The skills and knowledge you acquired in your former life may prove invaluable here, in the Coronis Expanse.
In the Coronis Expanse.
Your noble descent is a sign that power lives in your very flesh and blood. You would never doubt your words or actions. Never show weakness. Never let an involuntary gesture or a careless word betray your fears or agitation. At least, if your upbringing was as thorough as mine was in my time. Many will grovel at your feet. Governors, commanders, highborn navigators, conceited lords. And you cannot allow them to sense weakness in the one who stands above them. Moreover, your remarkable mental abilities were noted in your profile. If you can find a way to exhibit them in the service of the von Valancius dynasty, well, so much the better. His kinship to me is most distant, as is yours. Nonetheless, he does bear the name von Valancius, even if he avoids using it publicly, and as such, strictly speaking, can be considered my heir. That door, however, is closed to him. Voigtvir's performance in his current role is satisfactory. Or it used to be, at least. I have some time before the navigator gives the signal to initiate the void ship's translation out of the warp, and my presence is required on the bridge. Observe, learn, absorb. It will take time for you to find your bearings aboard this vessel and in your new position. Is that so? Perhaps the technomats were careless during maintenance. Or it could be the warp playing tricks on us in spite of the Gellerfield. Or perhaps there is something to all the stories about the ship being possessed after all.
Lady Theodora, for the God Emperor's sake, surely you do not intend to start repeating idle rumors spread about by uneducated riffraff.
Enough, Abelard. Such hearsay amuses me. Idira eagerly retells me everything she learns from the whispers of her unseen advisors. This ship is ancient. It has enough hidden nooks, malfunctioning cogitators, and unused compartments to make ignorant folks speak of specters dwelling inside the bulkheads and plotting against those who yet live. You can start by not asking questions of this sort. I have no need. The Rykad system, the domain of rogue trader Winterscale, one of my peers, and rivals. Besides me, 2 other rogue traders exist in the Coronis Expanse, and each of them possesses resources comparable to mine. Perhaps you will one day assist House von Valancius in surpassing both of them in affluence. I set the course for Rykad on the... In that case, I shall head to... Disturbances reported on the adjacent decks. Seneschal, if the need arises, protect the new blood. It is possible that the chance to prove your worth may present itself sooner than you may have anticipated.
Copy. Oh, shit.
Challenges make the spoils that much sweeter.
Your Emperor won't save you! I can handle this.
A tactically sound approach.
Stay vigilant.
What the fuck?
Just a minor setback.
Crush the feeble!
On it. My gut tells me it's a bad idea. I won't compromise my principles. I'll make it happen.
I bring ruin.
I serve the ruinous powers.
I serve the ruinous powers.
I've suffered worse. I've seen worse battles than this in my time. One fewer target.
My faith strengthens me. Death to the heretics!
Holy shit.
Mort, take a team with you and clear a path to the transport line. Do not let a single whoreson survive. Didn't bat an eye when that scum burst onto the deck, huh? Not bad. I have seen many an officer who panicked at the sight of combat on the upper decks. The false sense of security offered by their position makes them that much more vulnerable to the harsh realities of warp travel. Mort has gone on ahead to clear a path for us. If you want to make yourself useful, go after him and see if the Arch-Militant requires aid. And be quick about it.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust. Let us not dawdle.
Thank Providence you are alive and well.
Always on time, eh, Coonrad? The moment we finish chasing the riffraff around the deck, you show up. Always just after the fighting's done. You could set your chrono by it.
Mort, pull yourself together.
What, did the Lord Captain send you to chivvy us along? We're all done here. I'll report right away.
Master of Whispers, what is happening on my ship? The Voxnet is silent. The Voxmaster is not responding. Armed assailants have stormed the officer's deck, and my arch-militant just destroyed several more heretics on the way here. Is this a severe case of warp madness? Have some of my crew lost their minds and forgotten who they are and whom they serve? Report!
I have not yet received word from the Engineering regarding any Geller field failures, but communications were already unstable half an hour ago, and now they have ceased altogether. Whatever the cause may be, the consequences are spreading fast. I am receiving scattered reports from the middle decks, and the only voxcasts from the lower bays are one-way heretical gibberish. That the madmen have already reached the officer's deck suggests that this outrage was planned in advance. Perhaps this is an organized mutiny.
First, we have to confirm that the bridge and the navigator's sanctum are secure. And I have the means to do both things at once. Edelthrad, where is he? I must know if he is unharmed. A psyker aboard a ship that is potentially being assailed by the warp could pose a greater threat to himself and others than a whole army of madmen with improvised weapons.
I tried to locate him, but the last thing known about his movements is that he arrived on Transitional Deck 18.
Blast it! Master of Whispers, find Edelthrad immediately. Seneschal, locate Tlas and the Sister of Battle. Both are to remain at my side. Arch-Militant, with me. I must go to my study. And it appears we might encounter heretics along the way.
If I may, Lord Captain. Transitional Deck 18 is at the heart of the disturbance, and if our goal is to bring Ethelthrat back, I could use some support. After all, I'm not as adept at directly confronting enemies of the House as the esteemed Arch-Militant, and taking into consideration Ethelthrat's psychic powers.
Then it's settled. Find Ethelthrad and bring him here. In whatever state you find him. This elevator leads to restricted compartments such as my personal chambers and the bridge. Do not let me down. I require you both. Do you understand? Not everything in your...
Are you ready to head to 18? It is a long walk, and you do not even have proper gear. Of course you will. Lady Theodora would never have someone she couldn't rely on as one of her heirs. But that is no longer relevant.
What a dick. Oh, my bad.
Careful, careful. Be gentle with our guest. He has an important mission to complete during our visit to the Warrant Chamber. And for that, I need him breathing. Ah, you are back with us, I see. Delightful. You must have hit your head harder than I thought. No matter. Very little is required of you. Just your blood, which you can either share of your own volition, or I will spill it for you. We are in the anteroom of the Warrant Chamber. This void ship's most hallowed vault. There, beyond those gates, lies the relic that gives Theodora all of her power. The sacred Warrant of Trade. Only one obstacle remains on my path to obtaining it. The gates to the chamber are guarded by the Sentinel, an ancient device that will only open the door to a true heir of the dynasty. I expected to do this part myself, but never mind. You will offer your blood to the Sentinel. On the contrary, the Warp's blessing has raised me too much above your kind, Fon Valencius. The Sentinel refused to submit to me. But you can help. After all, isn't that what family is for? There's a good boy. Then go to the Sentinel.
challenge.
I don't need luck. I have strategy.
Bum, 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 bum. Ignite. Natius.
An excellent place for contemplation. One has the best view of the cathedral from here. My apologies. I did not seek you out to pester you. Allow me to introduce myself. I am afraid I wouldn't... I will be frank with you. You may forget your past titles, no matter who gave them to you, or what their origin... But of course, the Lord's Captain...
Always keep your eye on the prize. The demise is already calculated. I'll see to it personally. I'll make it happen. I refuse. I'll see to it personally. Who if not me?
What the fuck, bro? What is happening?
I am ready for whatever comes. It's as good as done. I'll see to it personally.
For the glory of the Imperium!
I'll make it happen. I'll see to it.
Die!
One of those stupid ass parts of the mechanic in the game where like
What suspiciously poor timing for such an
75% chance to
accident.
hit.
Servitors
Miss.
malfunction on the
Miss.
officer's
Miss.
deck at exactly
Miss.
the same
Miss.
moment when the
Miss.
rogue trader and her heirs
Miss.
are gathered
75%
here.
chance. Miss.
I
Miss.
blocked all passages between the upper
The
and
game
lower
is in my
sectors of the residential
favor,
decks.
dude. I have
If
made
this is
the
a
game
deliberate
be in my
attack,
favor as much as possible.
should
Miss.
stop the culprits
Miss.
from
Miss.
advancing
Miss. This is
their
why
plan.
these kind of games are dog shit, dude. Fuck me, bro. That is the stupidest thing. So dumb.
I'm afraid I must remake.
So fucking stupid. I didn't notice because well, in the first round it didn't seem that bad. It didn't seem that bad. Miss, all of the fucking guys. The guy was like in no cover. Point blank miss. He dies. Miss. That guy dies. And I miss. The other guy to my side misses. Oh my god,
Is there
dude.
money to be made?
Garbage. Fucking garbage, bro. Holy fuck me, man. That is dog shit. What?
That is simply...
Then suggest an alternative that will... While you are considering...
What is this?
I get... Consider this hypothetical... Pharaoh. A prison.
Sanctioned psychers are rare and valuable instruments of the Golden Throne. Or do you suggest that we use heretics, who are an offense to the God Emperor's light? It would be even among...
Edelthrad. So, why are you here? Clarity. It is my decision alone to determine the fate of whatever I find. Oh, yes. Blood right alone is not enough to earn the high honor of becoming the bearer of a warrant of natural. It's moral. His natural. This. I set up. Observe. In that case.
I'll make an example out of you!
Your Emperor won't save you!
Look out! No mercy for heretics!
Break their morale! Death to the heretics! Death to the weak!
Oh, my ears are ringing.
Chaos guides me!
Who, if not me? It's as good as done. Another enemy down.
Out of my way!
Such is the will of chaos.
Brace yourself, Abelard.
I've faced worse than this.
I took care of this one. Reduced to dust. Follow my lead. For the glory of the Imperium.
Mort, take a team with you and clear a path to the transport line. Didn't bat an eye when that scum burst onto the deck, huh? Mort has gone on ahead to clear a path for us.
I always keep my options open.
Thank Providence you are alive.
Always on time, eh, Coonrad?
Mort?
What, did the Lord Captain send you to
Master of Whispers, what is happening on my ship? The Voxnet is silent. The Vox Master is not responding. Armed assailants have stormed the...
I have not yet received word from the Engineering regarding any Geller field failures, but communications were already unstable half an hour ago.
You don't know the half of it.
First, we have to confirm that the bridge and the Edelthrad. Where is he? I must know.
I tried to locate.
Blast it!
If I'm...
Then it's settled. Find Edelthrad and bring him here. In whatever state you find him. This elevator leads to restricted compartments such as my personal chambers and the bridge. Do not let me down. I require... Then move out! Mort!
Are you ready to head to 18? It is a long walk, and you do not even have proper gear. Of course you will.
Of course you will.
Careful, careful. Be gentle with... How perceptive. We are in the anteroom of the Warren Chamber. This void ship's most hallowed vault. There, beyond those gates, lies the relic that gives Theodora all of her power. Did you forget something?
High levels of caustic humors. The subject is in a state of heightened stress. Do you require assistance? Request accepted. Initiating.
Oh, shit! There is still another way. I always have a backup plan.
That Hogwarts? Yes, I need help. Help me out. That was dope. You know that by my will and by the true words of the document, I appoint this person to be the bearer of the warrant of trade and bestow upon them their destiny. To be the paragon of humanity, unbroken by adversary, to walk bravely first in the darkness and united to reclaim the laws.
Escort the child of the house to safety. Voxcast frequencies disrupted. Initiating setup.
Voxmaster, restore communication with the navigator's sanctum. I am trying to contact the bridge. If anyone can hear me on this frequency, regroup all available forces and head to the upper decks at once.
Communication protocols breached. Distance from the current location to the nearest arsenal. Initiating situational calculations. Temporary obnubilation following acute stress. Mobile unit of the Warren Sentinel, designed as a personal escort of the child of the house and a means of communicating with the rogue trader's subjects. Mobile, middle and upper decks. Assuming the probability of safe placement in areas of concentration of armed units. Calculating. To prevent unauthorized units from breaching the warrant chamber, preemptive sealing must be initiated. The mobile unit will start executing the received order immediately after the safety of the warrant is secured.
Keep your wits about you.
Run, fools, or fall!
Master! Whatever are you doing in the Warren Chamber? How did you... Throne preserve me! What is the meaning of this? What? Serving the gods of the war? Kunrad is a heretic. Oh, Voidfare, you void rat. Madness. And this mutiny is likewise his doing, no doubt. Indeed. Indeed. That is easier said than done, of course. But seeing one of Lady Theodora's heirs alive inspires... badly... You're in a bad way. I can treat your wounds. I have a Medicaid kit with me. And, for the love of the throne, now is not a good time to be walking around the decks without means of self-defense. Here.
My gut tells me it's a bad idea. I won't stand for it.
Luggage. Well, you got him.
Your seneschal is always there for you. Let me help. That is a noticeable improvement. Now you're prepared for the trials ahead. The lower decks are teeming with heretics instigating the rabble to revolt. But that is the least of our problems. The ship's enforcers are rounding up the scoundrels and suppressing the resistance. The situation on the middle decks is much worse, although strike teams have already been dispatched there. All communication with the bridge and the engineering bay was lost. So, apart from scattered voxcasts, we have no information to go on. But that is not the worst of it all. All these jolts and shaking are most alarming. These are signs that the navigator and the master helmsman are having difficulty translating the ship out of the warp and into real space. I fear that they may have already lost control. We must reach the navigator's sanctum and get a handle on the situation. If we can manage that, some aboard this vessel may yet survive. You sent me a Vox message, specifically a Voxcast on the officer's frequency, which I had the good fortune to receive. You mean to say you did no such thing? Warren Sentinel? The Lord Captain barely ever ventures down to the chamber, and I was at her side only once or twice when she did. And I did not see anything of the sort. The Warren Chamber is an ancient and rather sacred mechanism that the ship's tech priests treat with the utmost reverence. I assume that whatever it is that you did, you must have activated certain processes and caused the Sentinel to awaken. But then, why did none of it happen when Lady Theodora did the same? I am no helmsman. Or, God Emperor preserve me, navigator. However, I've spent my entire life aboard void ships equipped with warp drives, and I know that portents such as these do not bode well. It could be that the Gellerfield has faltered. Perhaps the navigator was struck down by warp corruption and is fighting for the last shreds of his humanity as we speak.
I wasn't sure if I was going to stay up long or not, but I'm actually starting to like the game, so we'll keep playing.
If we get thrown off course, we will be forever lost in the war. Naturally, we would likely not have long to live in that scenario. But I will not resign myself to such an outcome just yet. During warp transit, the Sanctum is closed to all who are not involved in traversing the Empyrean. And for good reason. For the Navigator to open their third eye and perceive the way, the Sanctum must be bathed in the energies of the Immaterium. Only a Navigator can withstand such an ordeal. For the rest of us, any contact with the warp is fraught with perils such as loss of sanity, spontaneous mutations, and death. Lady Theodorus. Which one? The last one I received was about the Navigator's Sanctum, and that was a good while ago. In any case, let us hope that the Lord Captain is well, and safely in charge of the ship's defense. In the meantime, we must do all we can to prevent the ship from veering off course. Absolutely. Let us...
To arms, loyal sons and daughters of the God Emperor! Fight the heresy and corruption that threatens to consume our home, and with all your might, destroy those who have dared!
The Lord Captain is calling her crew to battle, which means the Vox networks are set up for broadcast transmission, not message exchange. Splendid. While the rogue trader inspires proper resolve to fight in her subjects, you and I shall prove that her trust in us is well deserved. Onward! Run, fools! Or fall!
Let the blood flow!
On it. I'll make it happen.
I am your doom.
What the fuck?
At your beck and call. I'd rather not.
Don't let your guard down. Who if not me?
I've suffered worse. Tried and tested tactics are the best ones. I took care of this one.
Miscalculations are for commoners. I don't make mistakes. I make profitable learning experiences. I know how to take risks.
All right, there we go. Nice. All right, there we go. Gotta figure it out.
I will lead us to fortune. Always keep your eye on the prize.
Here, on the threshold of the blinded guide, doom comes from the heavens.
Master, watch your head. Idira, would it be too much to ask that you phrase your soothsayings plainly for once? That was too close.
Sorry, old man. The voice...
This is Unedited.
The voices from beyond the threshold whisper to me. Sometimes their murmurs are clear, they grant insight. Sometimes they drive me mad. But I am patient. I know how to listen and discern. But now, with this clamor around me, too many voices, too loud. And you, Von Valancius, are a sorcerer too, just like the other one. Lady Theodora must have grown so fond of psychers she wants one to replace her.
Officers frequency. To all who can hear me, those with a weapon in their hands are to gather on the officers' deck at once. I repeat, gather on the officers' deck at once and prepare to launch a counterattack.
That's Ethelthrat. Oh, Emperor's Providence. The other heir lives as well. Quickly, we must head to...
Not so fast, old man. If we drown in the warp, Lady Theodora's heirs won't be any good to us. If Ethelthrat's like me and hasn't yet surrendered his mind or body to the mercy of the warp, then he can still hold on a little longer without us.
Blast it! You're right. First, we need to deal with what is happening here.
The whispers called me. The ones I could make out among all the screams and screeches. Those who are rocking this boat hit us where it hurt. They went after the navigator, our guide through the warp. Other whispers called me to the enginarium, but it was too late. I heard the cry of our master Cog, and the silence that followed.
What? You don't mean the Enginseer Prime is...
Said, without a doubt. And the voices wail, heralding countless nightmares, cackling at each soul among the hundreds that are now joining the warp. The shriek from the Navigator's sanctum was louder than the rest. And it's better that we saved the Navigator than some lever puller from... Oh no. No. Nothing is well about him. Can't you feel the chill crawling on your skin? The eyes watching you? The warp ice has already encased the bulkheads. What follows is calamity. But we're not just going to stand here and take it, are we? The state of things in here suggests there's a navigator around. Maybe one who's crippled or at death's door, but still kicking. And since our skin hasn't peeled off our faces just yet, his third eye must be closed. At worst, it's a little roughed up. So what are we moping around for? Let's go protect that noble...
Let us not dawdle.
screaming louder.
Come to chaos!
Reduced to dust! One fewer target!
They who discern the future on the battlefield. But of course, farewell.
Let's get to it!
Just a minor setback.
It's a fidget.
Death to non-believers!
Follow my lead. It will be done. I took care of this one. At your beck and call. Reduced to dust.
I believe Master Vespider still lives. The servants are dead, but the chamber, thank the Emperor, is still sealed from the warp. Well, we have a chance of leaving this place alive.
Wounded, exhausted, fighting back the endless horrors of the warp that are forcing their way into his head. Pick one.
Your time is short.
Fall to your knees, mortals, and behold the final dawn.
It came from beyond! His body is not his!
Its march thunders under the burden of hopes. Unseal your hearts, and I will flood your souls with myriads of words and meanings, each one a portent of salvation within me.
Run. Flee from this place while I still have the strength. I can contain
the intrusion, but not for long. We must begin the translation. Leave the warp. But it can't be done without the Master Helmsman's help.
The ship can only begin the translation with the assistance of the Master Helmsman, if he is still alive. It is worth a try. We must get to the bridge, but we will need support. Our only option is to fight our way to the officer's deck and join forces with Edelthrad and his people. I believe we will also find Lady Theodora there. She must have heard the call to arms that the Servo Skull relayed to us earlier.
The spiders. Good.
Rise to the top or get left in the dust.
Your ship's as good as ours! It's all over for you!
I shall pity not your enemies. I shall heed not their pleas.
Somebody shoot these...
I shall betray not your tenets, nor stray one step from them. Take not your gaze from me. Leave me not without your grace.
I told you he would protect us.
My God, my light, my Emperor.
Sister Argenta! Sister Argenta, it is a relief to see you. We require all the forces we can muster.
Your face. It is unfamiliar. Who are you? The hour is dark and daunting. Ship abounds with corruption. The faces of friends are twisted by sneers of heresy. The eyes of comrades ignite with the archenemy's hunger. I will do what I must to halt the advance of the dark forces. But in these dire moments, little can be trusted. So I must know, why are you...
Sister, I beg of you. Now is not the time for interrogations. The ship is under attack by heretics. We've been betrayed by our esteemed Master of Whispers. Edelthrad the Heir is waiting for our aid, and Lord Captain Theodora is expecting a report on our success. We are here to deal with the situation, so I suggest we all do just that.
That answer does you credit. Only the truly righteous would be so provoked by the accusation of heresy. cannot wait to rain righteous fire down upon each and every heretic!
Sister Argenta is a guest of the Lord Captain. And that story deserves its own time and conversation. Under more appropriate circumstances.
Enough idle chatter. I am where I must be, and that will suffice.
Overseer of Middle Deck AL-84, my lord. We were rounding up everyone we could find in the attack compartments when we ran into an ambush. Just about every Enforcer fell. These are the survivors. Massacre, my lord. And heretics are not just killing the crew. Some kind of blight is sweeping through the decks, filling the air. I saw people going mad the moment they breathed it in, screaming about seeing their dead comrades, tearing out their eyes. I implore you, my lord, be on your guard.
Like this thing is like supposed to be able to tie on your band, but like I don't know why it fucks up like this. It just keeps like. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Through this door. I shall join you, for it is my duty to the God Emperor to destroy this heresy.
We will follow. For now, we will hold off any heretics who might try to crawl in through the cracks to join the main assault. And we'll take a look at the generators while we're at it. Those villains made a mess of the cables. Oh, I wish we had a Tectomat with us. But we'll see what we can do without one.
Good to hear it. Sister?
Ready. May Terra's light illuminate our path through fire and darkness.
Is there money to be made?
I see, you don't have the options of wielding anything.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
I'm at your service.
How may I serve the dynasty?
Keep your wits about you. I always keep my options
Fire
open.
and vigor, our Emperor, imbue us!
Your Emperor won't save you!
The Whispers told me a secret.
Is a prayer. As the Emperor commands, I act. I will bathe this battlefield in righteous fury. Doubt is for the weak. None can escape the Emperor's judgment. Eradicated.
Damn!
Here we go again.
This bitch is good.
God Emperor, move through me. Be the fire in my heart.
My place is at the fore. It will be done.
Chaos guides me! I serve the ruinous powers!
Why did I not foresee this? Not this Scryer's job. Will do.
I'll see to it personally. I refuse.
I refuse.
A tactically sound approach.
Death to the weak!
I am your doom.
Faith shields me.
Chaos guides me.
On it. What an unfortunate turn of fate.
Make them bleed!
I don't need luck. I have strategy. It's as good as done. Your end was inevitable.
Damn! It is disgusting. What's our inventory limits? Guess I'll find out.
Let us not dawdle.
It won't open. The damned heretics have blocked the door, trembling at the thought of our approach.
A melter charge will help. There's probably one around here somewhere.
I always have a backup plan.
Yes?
I always get the job done. Is there money to be made? Let's not waste time with pleasure.
My whispers.
Sins hidden in the heart.
I know how to take risks. Success is the only outcome I accept.
Oh, it's a replica of the ship. That's pretty cool.
Keep your wits about you.
Attention to detail is the key to success.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust. That's how it's done. Always keep your eye on the prize.
A sorceress. Apparition. Trickery of the warp.
Sister, you will lower your weapon. Threatening the Lord Captain is outrageous.
I doubt you are aware of the limits of what is possible. For your worldview is but an iota of what a rogue trader knows and sees. But I can tell that you would like me to share that knowledge with you. I can lead you out of these flames, show you a path, rid you of pain, and give you a weapon so that you may defeat your enemies. Decide.
Do not listen to this abomination. If there is naught but his light in your heart, if you are resolute in your faith, then step into the flames. The Emperor protects. His faithful will not be deterred by either darkness or deceitful promises. Nor will the fire burn those who carry the torch of faith in their soul.
To the void with you. We need to follow Lady Theodora before we suffocate in this furnace.
The people! The survivors from the middle decks! We must help the crew! Lead them out! Find a way around!
Then we'll miss our chance to meet up with Edel. What are we waiting for?
We must help those.
I always keep my options open.
Where did it go? The thing that was standing in front of us in the fire? I could have sworn.
To the same place all unholy visions go. Do you want to follow it, witch?
Too late. We are too late. Or perhaps Edelthrad and his escort never made it here. Which would be even worse.
Or they could be fighting on the bridge as we speak. Without us.
My lord, I beg your pardon for interrupting. The people are asking for orders. You came back to save us. So now we will follow you through thick and thin.
To the bridge. If Edelthrad is there, then he requires immediate assistance. I say there is one thing that I find most troubling. The Lord Captain's Voxcasts. They are still coming in, even though it would make sense for Lady Theodora to be on the bridge right now, at the head of the counter-assault. I feel uneasy. What if the Lord Captain is besieged in her own chambers? With your permission, I suggest that we confirm for ourselves that she is not. We can use the same elevator that Lady Theodora and Mort headed for earlier.
What does that even mean? 104% cargo capacity. So, am I over capacity or what? Does it just mean that it's like it counts as like full storage?
Is there money to be made? Keep your wits about you.
Pay attention.
What do we have here? I always have a backup plan.
This game is kind of cool.
Let us not dawdle.
Well, that's not great. She looks dead.
Sometimes you consult the appropriate treatise on Tactica Imperialis and weigh every step. Sometimes, though, you just fire your biggest cannon and save the day.
I always keep my options open.
The rock.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
His eyes. The goggles.
Emperor, accept thy faithful souls.
No! Lord Captain, I didn't hear a thing. Not a whisper, not a breath. It was so loud.
Lord Captain, who would even dare? Unless that rat, Voidsphere. How could Mort have failed her so terribly? The Arch-Militant was born on a death world. He had lightning-fast reflexes.
I can look at things in my own way. If you find something that might bear the imprint of the killer, just give it to me, and I'll try to see what secrets it holds.
Sharded glass on the floor. Iridescent rather than completely transparent, as if they seem submerged in promethium, a broad term for combustible fuel and imperium of man. Reports, account, dispatches, you go over the scrolls until you stumble upon a document that is starkly different from the rest. It is a handwritten letter signed from the initials X and C. A seal of the symbol that is vaguely familiar to your item received handwritten letter in the seal. Heinrichs van Kolox operates there at the present time. Upon your arrival in the system, you will, without delay, make contact with him and offer any assistance required of you, after which you will provide him passage to the Furibunda system aboard your ship. On footfall, the interrogator will remove himself from your presence to await further instructions. Anticipating any questions, I will stress that the nature of the interrogator activates on my mind. Minoris is of no concern to you. If required, Van Kalox himself will disclose the details of the mission. They were supposed to go do something. The other's letter addressed to Theodora has signed it with a seal of one of the holy Ordos of Emperor's Inquisition, the secret police of the Imperium. Relentlessly hunts heretics, Xenos, and other enemies of the humanity.
It doesn't work like that. I can try to read the memories of objects, but dead bodies are a different story. Something like that would require her soul. And after what we saw on the officer's deck, I won't risk searching for it in the warp. I see streaks of color, luminescence, blue lights, faces drawing closer. Lady Theodora and Conrad and what is that? Ah!
This seems a little better.
Something dark, enormous.
You see all the text now.
Oh, this glass thing was something foul. That's for sure. Tainted witchcraft. Yes, the crucible of battle calls to me once more.
This lady sure loves war. I don't think she really cares about believing.
No,
she just
wait.
wants to fight.
We must see if we can find anything.
Idira, you can't bring her back. Let her go.
You'd give up so easily, old man? I expected as much from the sister. It's not like she has a heart. But you? Oh no. I'll get to the bottom of this. I'll find the one responsible for murdering the Lord Captain. And when I do, That scum will regret the day they were born!
I have a nose for profit and the taste for adventure. Always keep your eye on the prize.
Beware the ire of the witch.
Surrender to the dark powers.
Indeed. At your beck and call, I took care of this one.
I'll see to it personally.
Another enemy down.
60% chance, baby.
As the Emperor can escape the Emperor's judgment.
Jesus. I really like her. Smart Courage is really good because all you gotta do is just buff some, but you buff everybody and they get bonus wound hit, like temporary health, basically. Oh, there's a lot to choose. 14% more damage. I mean, this is what it recommends. I don't know the game well enough. I mean, I guess it's like I can just figure it out by basically using these abilities or understanding, but like we're also starting fresh. It's whatever. The void ship bridge. Two people are alive.
Keep your wits about you.
The first sacrifice opens the eye. The second sacrifice draws its gaze.
Help has arrived. Too late to change the tide, I'm afraid. But if there is any honor in you, we can at least die with dignity and give our lives for the rogue trader.
Let's not do that and say we did. If that's like this, like what we're going with. Because like it ain't great to sacrifice your life for things that don't really, you don't need to do that for. I think personally, that's how I feel.
God Emperor, preserve us. The rogue traitor is dead. The ship has lost her Lord Captain, and the house its head. No matter what ritual Kunrad is performing there, the warp is too strong. I cannot withstand it. I feel my body changing with every second. The warp is ringing in the air. This is the end. We will perish in the warp, along with the Warrant and all the dynasty's heirs. The enemy of humanity has triumphed.
I've seen it before. We'd better get away from him. The changes are already accelerating.
Words worthy of a righteous soul.
Save the lofty words for later, will you? The navigator's ready to take the ship out of the warp if he gets some help from the bridge.
Then we have no right to bow our heads.
He's holding a state with dark drops that seem to be pearlescent glimmer to them.
We are out of time. No. To die altogether is to allow the flame of the dynasty to perish in the dark. No. It will not be like this. Not today. The ritual will not be completed. I'll take care of it. And you, see to it that the void ship breaks free from the warp. Watch over our realm. And farewell.
Accursed traitor! A time will come when you will bleed for her ladyship Theodora's murder. Remember my words, for they are the vow of he who marches toward his death.
What? Theodora is dead? No, that can't be. Not now. I still haven't.
Your ritual won't be finished, heretic!
Well, that was what it was.
To arms! You'll make a suitable sacrifice.
On it. I won't compromise my principles.
Faith without each strike is a
Holy
prayer.
shit, she is strong. Holy shit.
Crush the feeble.
I've seen worse battles than this in my time. Victory is imminent. At your beck and call.
Out of my way! Weapon at the ready. Death to non-believers!
I must not falter.
Will do. Be gone. Was that you? Or
Follow my lead.
Follow my lead.
I'll do it. Guided by faith! This is unacceptable. Rejoice in battle! As the Emperor commands, I act.
Stay vigilant.
I was hoping he wouldn't miss again. The game is
I will
being
lead
very
us to
generous with the
fortune.
level. Oh, interesting. When one is of the conviction branches reach rank 3, Votary becomes a character's main focus. When it happens, the two other conviction branches cannot be raised above rank 2 adherent. Human life and freedom, faith in the power of goodwill, capable of overcoming. I mean, obviously, I'm an iron class person. Totally. Like, it would obviously be iron classed, then dogmatic, and then obviously heretical is last. Interesting. Veiled degradation. When psychers reach deeper into the warp to power their abilities, there is also a chance the Imperium bleeding into our reality, unleashing its destructive influence. Use a of psionic powers in battle by both allies and foes. Tears at the veil between the materium and the immaterium, between reality and the nightmarish realms beyond. While the veil holds, using psionic powers presents little danger, and their use merely triggers psionic phenomenon. But should veil degradation reach 15, the chance to cause psionic phenomenon doubles and perils of the warp may occur. Anytime a major psionic power is used. Okay. Can only be used if the party's momentum is 175 or higher. I guess I don't understand that part. The first use of the heroic act in combat costs 75 momentum for each subsequent cost 25. This must be considered a heroic act. Right on negative. That's interesting. It makes his like that I'm assuming makes my when I cast that inspiration spell or whatever, the focus spell, it'll boost that up its range because that's what it seems like it's supposed to do.
I always have a backup plan.
He's really happy about that. I don't blame him. They all live too, which is good.
Let us not dawdle.
The heir is dead. He sacrificed himself to save the entire dynasty.
A noble deed. Let the...
Rivor, Master Helmsman, systems status report.
By the Emperor, it's the Seneschal. Living and breathing. Well, there's a tricky question. The old place is so overgrown with foul wickedry. We'll be scrubbing it off the vid screens for throne knows how long.
Restore the Vox channel to the Navigator's Sanctum. Ready the crew. Prepare for translation to real space. You may call me superstitious, but translation is not a good time to disregard rules. You are the only one who speaks for House von Valancius. You may not be the Lord Captain, but you, more than anyone else, deserve to take her place in the ritual that is about to commence.
Mortal eye, as if whatever is beneath this thin shell is constantly changing while still remaining the same. He has taken the guise of Theodora, but the false rogue traders eye reveal the entity's true surreal nature. One of Theodora's eyes is engulfed in otherworldly fire. The other, a vessel of ancient evil, bores into you. A voice seeps deeply into your brain without ever reaching your ears, and the voice just booms with all the horrors of the warp.
Who are you to oppose destiny itself for the sake of lives that are not your own? So many threads stretch between you and other creatures of your world. Pitiful, worthless links, ready to shatter at the slightest touch. A muddled, erratic, pointless tangle.
It resonates and merges with the voice that have already dug their foul roots into your consciousness. A moment later, you realize that all these voices are the mirrored manifestations of the same call that has finally invaded your mind.
Lead them, mortal. Guide them. Persuade them. Force them to walk your path. You will need followers, for destiny is preordained.
This final vow to return with a trophy. A relic that could serve the edge of daybreak. That fate was assured, and the steps chosen. And yet, you broke the unbreakable when you took the aspirant's place. I see you. On the day when the final dawn rises over the Iron World, I see you by my side on that day.
Ew.
The day of my resurrection.
Who wants to rule next to evil when you could be the ruler yourself and not be evil?
Your image is woven into the tapestry of things to come. I am the will of the weaver of destinies, and today I will weave a new thread of elusive possibilities and fickle chances. The thread that will lead you out of the maw of irreversibility. The thread that will help you find the keys to salvation. The thread that will guide you and the weapon of our return to me.
The path is set, child of the dawn. The thread is woven. Follow it, servant of mine.
Seneschal, the Navigator's sanctum is silent. The Vox signal is stable, which means...
The Navigator gave his life battling the storm that nearly claimed the Von Valancius flagship. We will honor his memory, along with that of all who died this day.
A lot of people die for just to traverse the stars.
Seneschal, will you tell us now? Who is that? Where's the Lord Captain?
As First Officer, it is my duty to inform you with the greatest regret and indelible sorrow that Lord Captain Theodora von Valancius is dead. May her memory never fade from the annals of the dynasty. By right of blood succession, and with the absence of other kin who could challenge this decision, it is hereby declared that the successor to Theodora von Valancius is her heir, the rightful inheritor of the Warrant of Trade, and the title of Rogue Trader. The official ascension ceremony will be held at a later time. In the interim, have you lost your tongues? Hail your lord. It is because of his toils that we all still live.
The deed is done, Master. My apologies. I meant to say Lord Captain.
The treachery of the Master of Whispers was fruitless, but victory came at a great cost. Lord Captain Theodora von Valancius perished along with her heir, Edelthrad, and thousands of crew members. Yet hope remained. For the second in line to the Rogue Trader dynasty survived. And through the strength of his resolve, saved those who were counting on him for protection.
That was just a prologue. They tease you. They tease you with the audio dialogue. And then prologue ends. You're still in the main story, but now it's like, and I don't mind reading, but like the audio really does add a bit of zhuzh to the story. Like it gets exhausting. Like listening is a lot easier than fucking actually reading. And reading gets exhausting. It gets tiring after a while. Like you can't do it all day kind of thing, you know? Like it's a lot easier to listen to someone than it is to fucking read constantly. Her bore on your express revealing a restraint, joy, curiosity, and wariness. Attentions, officers. You have been granted an honor, Lord Captain. The Rev will be person conducted briefing. Dude, that's exhausting. Like, talking, reading is even more exhausting. Like who could stream that shit 24? You know what I mean? Like, yeah, damn it. This game. Sigdis Suri Ota of Tuliman Line Vox Master. No way. Command thousands of crew members and hundreds of officers, section chiefs, for receiving, processing, and sending all communications between you and them, as well as external sources. I'm your eyes, mouth, and mouth. Is Ravor, the master helmsman. He steers our ship along the course set by his Lord Captain and monitors the void around us, ensure that we do not stray into the asteroid field or a pirate trap. Safe hands, I'll die before I come to any grief. General material, well-being of the ship. Funds for artillery on board the Infernus Master, whose crew work to prevent and extinguish fires on the ship, and lastly, the Drives Master, servant of the Omnissiah. Though with confidence, while the Master of Ordnance betrays nervousness, the Drive Master offers a salute resembling a dance involving a complicated manipulation of all the tech-free smirch. Right, oh my god. Mechadendrite. Gonna deliver a report. Our communications officer's he's not around. He's been doing communications thing. Master at Arms and Confessor. report that all fires across all decks have now been extinguished. A preliminary damage assessment in terms of material losses and crew casualties have been completed. Have been submitted to the Central and the High Factorium. You take the heat, so to speak. Losses. The task will require next to no involvement from your lordship. I will personally ensure that all the damaged components are given to the tech priests. Hands for attention and all the lost supplies are replaced. There is only one resource I cannot replenish single-handedly, and that is people. We have lost more than 2,000 crew members, and unfortunately this number is not confirmed to the... It's not confined to the scum from the lower decks, which are easily replaced. That's fucking mean. Also includes trained professionals. The Winter Scale Rogue Trader Dynasty. We cannot simply begin recruiting on a planet without first coming to an understanding with the governor. In that respect, I am powerless. Negotiations at this level, as a matter of fact, is a Rogue Trader. True Caligos Winter Scale's penchant for attacking first and asking questions later, and kind of thick-skulled thugs he usually installs as governors on this planet. But I set upon this noble void ship, destroyed the repositories of hundreds of machine spirits. Great warp engine entrusted into my charge is unharmed, thank the Omnisire, but its spirits mourn its death, brethren. All tech priests have board fell in battle. The Magos was betrayed by the little flesh that remained part of him as most terrible loss. There is no one among my comrades aboard whose experience and comprehension of the sacred protocols equals to that of the fallen Magos. He's like, he doesn't know what will happen first. Being the warp drive being torn to pieces, or they're melting in the bulkhead. GG. We don't want to help from a demon. Rakad system. And our voyage here was undertaken by the orders of your lordship's predecessor. There are the hermetic bodies in the system and our attempts to send box messages have produced confounding results. So we get knocked out of the warp. Ships in very massive disrepair. We've lost a ton of people. I just got put into the new seat. And all to add to it, the place that we find ourselves in is in conflict. Funny enough. The Cronus of Expanse. Xavier Calcazar. Mere taste of the data burden. I wonder if when they start having dialogue, like why did, hold on, trader. Why do they do that, dude? Well, like it said, like game, like budget restraints and stuff, but that is such crap, man. They fully voiced the prologue. It's like a bait and switch, man. They like hold you into the game long enough so like you can't return it to Steam and shit, you know? Little bastard. It's just like the audio helps fill out the noise too. I don't know, because now I might have to, like, I don't do too well when the only thing I have is like my new background noise, like I have in the game now. Now it's starting to fuck with me, and I'm like, now I'm having trouble focusing. It'll force me to end up putting something in the background, like a show or something, because I seriously struggle. I hate that shit, man. That is so annoying. What, dude? That's not the only game that has done that to me, too. It seems to me that a lot of games like these style of games, the RTS style games that do like little RPG style turn-based games tend to be like this. They tend to kind of bait you into the game by giving you some voice lines a bit. Baldur's Gate is a different example of that, but Baldur's Gate 3 is in a whole league of its own. Like, you can't compare that to these kind of games. These games just don't compare. A little disappointing. The company decided to go this route. Well, it's like absolutely like verbally communicating or talking and reading out loud is like very exhausting as well. Like, kind of ruins the whole vibe of the game. Makes me not want to do it. At the end of the day, what the fuck am I gonna do? I mean, the ship's actually much bigger than it looks. I mean, it houses over 1,000 people. No, it houses thousands of people, actually. I think it's like 25,000 people. Ugh. What does it mean by remembrance? It says remembrance like these people are dead. Are they dead? Or are they just people who made the game? Curious. Classic. The eternal hunger. Stupid. Dude, you literally could look out. There's glass in this guy's observatory. You know how fucking disturbing that would be? That's crazy. What the fuck? Oh, damn, that's a buzzer. So it's kind of like, well, you did say you haven't really explored much of the ship.
Just as I planned.
Well, I spent time trying to figure this shit out. You know how many different variations there are, and it could mean anything to anybody based on how they interpret it themselves, right? The phrasings aren't set in stone. Like, hold on, if I click for better or worse, see, it's gonna tell me either way. It's gonna just say the same shit. So. See, throw makes no fucking sense. Oh, funny enough, I had everything else right, but that last first one. There we go.
I always get the job done. Is there money to be made? I always keep my options open.
Alright. I mean, I don't really want to go to bed, but I'm getting tired. Well, we'll try more of this later. Talk to you later.